let's jump into it straight up. So first off, we're gonna start with Tyla. You guys know exactly what's going on. For you guys who don't know Tyla is a South African pop artist who has been able to blow up South Africa and Africa as a whole. But she keeps getting tied to the Afrobeats wave, even though she's not an Afrobeat artist. But that aside, she's been able to make a name for herself. But she is from South Africa and she's been doing big things. Now Tyla is she's a Grammy Award winner, and her latest album, Water and Push to Start, which is her second album that has just dropped, is out, and it's doing quite good numbers for her. But where Tyla gets into all of this, for my Nigerian people who know what's up, is that Tyla decided that she was gonna do a world tour, and she dropped the dates and the locations. She dropped Europe, America, Cape Town, Joburg, and Lagos, Nigeria. Lagos was slated for December 21st, right in our Detty December. She wants to come and chop our money now soon. But yeah, well, when she dropped that, when the first proper headline, actually, this is going to be her first proper headline show in Nigeria, prior to when she was here in 2024, when she was hanging out with Rema, Ayastar, and Thames. Look, there's no shade on Ayastar, Rema, or Thames, because Thames is my baby. So I'm not even trying to put Thames on the spot or nothing. I'm just saying Ayastar, also named Tyla, was here in 2024, and then this was going to be her first proper headline show in Nigeria. But Nigerians say, hell no. Nigerians say, go back. But anyway, within days of she announcing that she was going to do this tour on 22nd of December in Lagos, Backlash hit, and the backlash was crazy. Online petitions from Nigerians ban Tyla. We got onto the xenophobia attacks in South Africa end. Solomon Buchi, who is an online personality here in Nigeria, was on that Tyla should be banned until the xenophobia acts in South Tyla are done. And you had Very Dark Man, one of the biggest voices in our social media space in Nigeria, who came out to say, the Tyla show is not going to happen. And he basically said, that he's going to pull up with his rat tail gang anywhere across Nigeria. They might try to do the Tyla show. He's going to pull up and shut it down. I was like, okay, this is interesting. Then we also had Dotun, who is a radio or on-air personality for Beat FM in Lagos, I believe. But he's done really well for himself. He's known across Nigeria for his great job on air. And he was like, the Tyla show will not be happening in Nigeria. He called on immigration to deny visas for anybody from SC or any South African coming into Nigeria. He was like, nah, that's not possible. And then people are pointing to recent attack on Nigerians and other South Africans in South Africa, including the death of a Nigerian in Cape Town area. These are the reasons as to why she has so much backlash, and no one wants to come. No one in Nigeria wants her to come and do a show here in Nigeria. By July 31st, when the Lagos date was quietly taken off the original website, or rather her official site, which announced her tour dates. There was no statement, from Tyla or management. There was no sort of, this is why. Nope, she just took it off. But Cape Town and Joburg are still there, so she can go and perform for her people. That's fine. So people said artists shouldn't be held responsible for government failures. Someone like Omoyole Sowore, whatever, he's running for president anyway. But that's besides. I just want to let you guys know what someone that is running for president is saying against people who are killing our Nigerians. That we should not hold their artists liable for the failures of their governments. And then he went on to say that her actions, that she shouldn't be made vicariously liable for the actions of her countrymen. And others have said, in contrary to what Shore is saying, others have said that your silence is complicit to accepting the actions of your countrymen. Do you understand? So basically they're saying, if your countrymen are under attack and you're coming out to cash out in the biggest market where those people have been under attack from, then you have a moral obligation to at least drop a statement to say you are not for, or you do not support those actions against the countrymen of people whose markets you're coming into to come and make some money, which we can treat as the biggest market in Africa for entertainment. Well, now my take, right? Look, I fully support and I'm on board with my Nigerian brothers and sisters with cancelling Tyla here in Nigeria fully. Because here's the thing, you cannot eat your cake and have it. Tyla does not want to come out and make statements against the xenophobic actions of her countrymen against other Africans, legal or illegal. But she wants to earn in all the countries. Do you understand? Like, she doesn't want to say anything that's going to piss off her South Africans so that she can go to Joburg and Cape Town and perform. Then she expects not saying anything, and then because she didn't say anything, that means people are not going to take it, whether she supports or whether she denies, whether she doesn't support, and she's just going to come into countries that have been attacked by her countrymen, and then expect acceptance, like, oh, because she didn't say she supported it. That's just foolish. I'm sorry for saying that, but you can't eat your cake and have it, Tyla. And Nigeria showed you that, and I'm so proud of my Nigerian people. We have our issues. We have our issues. I'm not here to say Nigeria doesn't have it. We have our issues. But in this instance of where we're having our countrymen and our country sisters being oppressed, maligned, and maltreated in South Africa or countries outside Nigeria, the fact that we band together, we're not going to let you earn our naira when your people or you are involved with people that are harming Nigerians out of the country. That's not possible. That's why I love Nigerians. Like I said, we have our issues, that is true. But in this scenario, I support my Nigerians because Tyla should have come out to make a statement. At least she should have said something like, oh, I don't support the actions of my countrymen against illegal immigrants or legal immigrants in South Africa. They should leave it for the police to handle. Like that would have actually gone a bit far. Do you get? And then it should have said something like, look, even though I'm coming to tour in Nigeria, I hope you guys accept me and I'm sorry for what's going on. Just a little statement. And I really feel it would have gone a long way. It would have gone a long way for Nigerians, and probably should have been able to have a show, because we'll look at it, okay, you're not standing with these people, just like Malema has been able to make a point for himself. You understand? But then when you are in a situation like Tyler's and you don't say anything at all, you just keep quiet and you expect it's all going to be gravy when you leave, when you go to the other country to do a show. That's not possible, man. You like, and the funny thing is, no celebrity, absolutely no celebrity in South Africa has come out, to my knowledge, has come out to debunk or speak against any of these xenophobic actions. So if you have a situation where your celebrities are not even standing against your actions, then for me that's complicity. Silence is complicit. If you are silent in the face of misjustice or whatnot, you are complicit to it. That's just it. So Tyla cannot hide behind the fact that, oh, she didn't say anything or she didn't support it. No, the fact that you did not say anything against it. That's where people are coming at you from. And the fact is, we're using Tyla to send a message to South Africans. Like, look, you can't eat your cake and have it. You can't expect to be harming people legally, people who are in your country legally. Forget the illegal immigrants, because at this point they're even going at the legal immigrants. So you're harming both the legal and illegal immigrants, like in a way that you're showing total disregard for any sort of backlash. So if you are doing that, then we're going to show you guys what the backlash can be, and this is just the start, because there's so many other things that are happening that I'm not going to go into per se. But we have South African companies who are losing deals in Nigeria. You know, we had the finance, the Mr. President denied audience to the foreign party that was sent from South Africa to come and talk to Mr. President to explain whatever. Like, repercussions are coming and in real time, not just politically but economically as well. Your artists are going to lose shows, not just for Nigeria, but you're going to be performing in countries that are going to have Africans who are in charge of those shows. And if it turns out that, oh, you're South African, they're going to cancel your show, because they're going to be like, yo, you're messing with the Africans in your country, so why should we provide you any sort of service or any sort of leeway to make some money? But that's the honest truth. You're going to see more shows getting cancelled across the world, not just in Nigeria, because Africans we are everywhere, and a lot of us are doing very well, especially in the entertainment scene. So you're probably going to have a situation where a lot of them are going to be saying, yo, I'm not going to book the South African artists because of what's going on in South Africa, these xenophobic actions. So as sad as it is a fact, and I fully support the ban Tyla agenda that's gone on in Nigeria. I'm fully on it. Do you understand? Like, there's no there's no two ways about it, you get, because this is a message needs to be sent across South Africans. You guys cannot be so unapologetic and act without with total disregard to anyone's opinion aside your South Africans, and even the ones that are coming and saying, yo, this is not right. You guys are like, oh, we don't care about that. So if you're going to be of that mindset and acting in that way, then this from Nigeria is a clear message to every single one of you South Africans that you can act the way you want to act, like I said, with total disregard to anyone's and with impunity, how you feel, but then realize that there's going to be a backlash. You might not feel it individually, but your artists are going to feel it. People who earn well from us over here are going to feel it, definitely. And at some point, you and every single South African is going to feel the same pain that these people are feeling, because your economy is going to feel it when your tourism goes low. You're not feeling it right now because it's still fresh. But when it comes in a couple of years, when people are not flying in South Africa and a lot of things are not being the way they used to be for you guys, in terms of, like I said, tourism and a lot of foreign relations, that's when a lot of you guys, the regular South Africans, are going to feel it. But for now, the backlash, the main people that are feeling it are the artists and the people in power, because they're the ones who are directly being affected, just like Tyla. And like I said, this is a clear message. So you guys let me know exactly what you guys think, because for me, even with show saying stuff like you shouldn't hold an artist vicariously liable for the actions of their failed government. For those who don't understand what vicariously means when you hold someone liable for the actions of another person. Do you understand? So someone else committed these actions or the crime, but then you're holding someone who's tied to that person who committed the crime liable, or saying they're the person who's going to pay for the crimes of the other individual who is a friend of theirs or whatnot. So that's the meaning of vicariously holding someone liable. And in that essence, sorry is trying to say that, oh, we should not blame Tyla for the actions of her people. That's rubbish. She's complicit in the fact that she didn't say. She should have come out and spoken, dropped a statement or whatnot and said, yo, she's not down for this, she doesn't support this, the police should handle what the police should handle. Maybe. But she hasn't said anything. She's been keeping quiet, watching people act with impunity, how people act with impunity, kill and harm immigrants, illegal and legal alike. So she has no right to any sort of financial recourse from any other African country besides hers. She can go and perform for them in Joburg and Cape Town. Go back. They always say. But anyway, you guys let me know. I want to hear your opinion on this. What do you think about my take? What do you think? Do you think this boycott from Nigerians is fair? And are we pursuing the wrong person? Also, should African artists be expected to speak every time something happens in another African country? I believe they should, because we're all Africans, we're all siblings, and we all owe the moral obligations to our countrymen. But let me know what you guys think. And then, or is it just common sense? You guys let me know. Is it just common sense? You read the room before you announce this. In the case of Tyla, it's just common sense. You read the room before you announce your Detty December dates, while the xenophobia conversation is still boiling. Like, you guys let me know. Like, do you think she should have read the room first before dropping the December dates? I'm Detty December. Come to my Detty December money. You guys let me know what you guys think. But going from that, now we're gonna go into a music break.